Great, good to see you, my man.
Good to see you.
Had two quick ones. Did you end up adding weight? How is that translating the strength on the practice field? And the second part is, like you said, no fans for the opener against the Titans. What is that? What will that be like? Playing that type of game on that stage with no fans.
Well, to the first question, adding weight has helped a lot. I gained about 5 more pounds. I'm more of a 285-ish, 286-ish I've been. And having no fans is going to be just super disappointing. You love the fan aspect of it, having them get you hyped up. They provide a lot of momentum.
Next up, Jeff Legal.
Dre'Mont, I'm wondering how close do you think you are sort of in your development where the Detroit game is kind of a regular thing, that level of impact? How close do you think?
I've been getting closer and closer, closer and closer each and every day. I feel like every day I've improved, I've grown, I've learned more about myself. I learned more about how to adjust when players are starting to get to know your tendencies as a pass rusher and as a player in the rundown. So I think I'm getting close.
Next up, Brent Cristol.
Dre'Mont, Coach Fangio said the one thing you need to work on to really get more time on the field is run defense. Do you agree with them? And is there anything else that you're really working on to take the next step from year 1 to year 2?
I know, I agree with him. I think I've gained to know exactly what's going on, how to read some offenses, know some little tendencies here and there. But yeah, that's just the biggest aspect of it.
Next up, Andrew Mason.
Hey, Dre'Mont, Jurrell Casey, of course, coming into the locker room this year. Have you had a chance to talk with him and pick his brain? And if so, what have you learned from talking to him and also by watching him out there in practice?
Yeah, I picked his brain a little bit. And just having him as a whole in the D-line room has been great because he provided a new aspect we didn't really have last year. We've done a lot of more just after practice things just to help improve with the pass aspect and just getting our hand placement right in the rundown. So his leadership has definitely boosted our D-line room and made us closer, honestly.
Next up, Kyle Newman. Go ahead.
Hey, Dre'Mont. Just piggybacking off of that, obviously Jurrell, veteran presence. What about Mike Purcell and just what are you expecting from him after, earning a starting role last year, and how can he build on that this year?
Mike has been providing us the same things he has last year, which is being stout as hell in the rundown. He has his incredible strength, incredible ability to pick up offensive linemen and throw them across the field. So I think Mike was going to continue that. He has been continuing that. So I'm looking forward to seeing Mike play this year.
Next up, Zack Stevens.
Hey, Dre'Mont, with them bringing Jurrell Casey in and keeping Shelby for another year, what do you expect your role to be this year?
Whatever they allow me to do. I mean, I can't really control exactly what they're thinking. All I can do control is how I play, how hard I work, and how smart I can be as a player.
Next up, Taylor Brooks.
Going back to no fans in the stands, you mentioned how much momentum they create. How do you guys create that momentum now and try to fill that void energy-wise on the field without them?
Really, the leaders of our defense, they got to really provide that aspect of it and just kind of just be the driving force on how to get us going, along with ourselves. I mean, if you love football, you can easily get going and turn yourself up anyway.
Next up, Jeff Legwold.
Dre'Mont, can you just talk about trying to add weight in an off season with a pandemic? I mean, how did you construct your workouts and things like that?
It was easy, honestly. I didn't have a gym, so the first couple weeks was eating, and then you got to find a way to kind of lean it out and just I gotta work out, eat some clean food, and pound the weight on too.
Final one, Troy Rent. Go ahead.
You've seen guys opt out and maybe more guys along the line. Dre'Mont, was it ever a consideration? And what is it like playing in this pandemic when you're trying to play football in a bubble without a bubble?
It's a little weird. Just the fact that we're just so isolated. Even the whole setup of the facility is just different. You just have to be in complete isolation, wear trackers, wear masks. I have no reason to wear a mask before the pandemic. So everything in itself is just weird. But it's doable.